Strategic management and planning. These terms are often tossed around in business discussions, but what do they really mean? Why are they so important? Let's break it down in a way that's engaging, relatable, and informative. Imagine you're setting out on a road trip. Before you hit the road, you need a destination, right? You wouldn't just drive aimlessly. You'd map out where you want to go, what route to take, and what you'll need for the journey. That's essentially what strategic management and planning do for organizations. At its core, strategic planning is like that roadmap. It's about setting goals, identifying the resources you need to reach those goals, and creating a plan for how to allocate those resources effectively. This process typically involves the management team of an organization, and it might even include input from employees or stakeholders, making it a collaborative effort. Think of it as gathering your friends to decide on the best route for your trip. Everyone has a say, and the final plan reflects a collective vision. Now, let's distinguish between strategic planning and strategic management. While strategic planning is that initial roadmap, strategic management is the ongoing process of steering the organization toward its goals. It's about making decisions that align with those goals and continuously monitoring and adjusting the plan as needed. Picture this. You're on your road trip, and suddenly there's a detour. You have to decide whether to stick to your original route or take a new one that might get you to your destination faster. That's strategic management in action, adapting to changes and ensuring you stay on track. So why is this kind of strategic management and planning so crucial? Well, let's dive into some fundamental concepts that underpin it. First up is goal setting. This is where organizations define their vision, mission, and objectives. Setting clear goals provides direction and a framework for decision-making. It's like deciding that your road trip destination is a beautiful beach. Now you know where you're headed, and every decision you make, from what snacks to pack to which route to take, aligns with that goal. But how do you set those goals? Enter the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Think of it this way. Instead of saying, "I want to go to the beach," you say, "I want to go to the beach in 2 weeks, spending less than $200 on gas and snacks." This specificity helps keep everyone focused and accountable, ensuring that all efforts are directed toward achieving that goal. Next, we have analysis strategy formation. This is where organizations take a hard look at their internal and external environments. A popular tool here is SWOT analysis, which stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's like checking your car before the trip. Are the tires in good shape? Do you have enough gas? Are there any roadblocks ahead? By identifying strengths and weaknesses, organizations can understand what they do well and where they might need improvement. Similarly, recognizing opportunities and threats allows them to adapt and seize new chances for growth. After the analysis comes strategy formation. This is where the rubber meets the road. Organizations develop a plan outlining specific actions and initiatives to achieve their goals. It's like deciding which route to take on your trip. Will you take the scenic route or the fastest one? The organization evaluates different options based on feasibility and alignment with its objectives. Finally, the chosen strategy is developed into a detailed plan, much like plotting out your stops and sites along the way. Now, once the plan is in place, it's time for strategy implementation. This step is crucial because it's where the planning turns into action. It involves allocating resources, developing an organizational structure to support the plan, and communicating the strategy to everyone involved. Imagine you're on your road trip and you need to delegate tasks. Who's in charge of navigation? Who's handling the snacks? This coordination ensures that everyone is on the same page and working towards the common goal. But the journey doesn't end there. Strategy monitoring is an ongoing process that involves tracking progress and evaluating the effectiveness of the strategy. Are you making good time on your trip? Are the snacks running low? By establishing performance metrics and collecting data, organizations can assess whether they're on track to meet their goals. If things aren't going as planned, Jesus. Adjustments can be made. Maybe you need to take a different route or stop for gas sooner than expected. Now, let's touch on the key concepts of strategic planning. Vision and mission statements are foundational. They articulate the organization's long-term objectives and purpose. These statements provide a clear direction and help align everyone's actions. Just like saying, "Our goal is to have the best beach day ever," sets the tone for your trip. A strong vision and mission guide the organization's overall strategy. Financial and operational objectives are also crucial. Financial objectives focus on performance metrics like revenue and profitability, while operational objectives relate to day-to-day efficiency and productivity. Together, they ensure the organization is not only aiming for the stars, but also effectively managing its resources to get there. Estimating required resources is another vital step. This involves calculating the money, personnel, and materials needed to execute the strategy. If you realize you'll need more snacks or gas money than expected, you can adjust your budget accordingly. This foresight helps organizations avoid pitfalls and stay on track. Lastly, a summary of plans serves as a quick reference guide for everyone involved. It highlights essential elements and critical actions, ensuring that all members of the organization understand the goals and strategy. It's like having a travel itinerary that everyone can refer to during the trip, keeping everyone focused and aligned. Now, let's explore the different types of strategic management and planning strategies. Corporate strategy addresses the overall direction and scope of the organization. It's about determining which businesses to be in and how to compete. Business strategy focuses on how specific units will create value and compete. Functional strategy looks at how specific organizational functions, like marketing or production, support the overall business strategy. Growth strategies aim to expand operations, while turnaround strategies focus on improving underperforming units. Stability strategies maintain current performance, while retrenchment strategies reduce operations in response to challenges. Lastly, divestiture strategies involve selling off business units or subsidiaries. Each of these strategies has unique objectives and activities, and organizations often employ a combination to achieve their goals. So, why does all this matter? Strategic management and planning are essential because they provide a framework for setting direction, improving performance, and adapting to change. They help organizations build a strong culture, coordinate resources, and facilitate decision-making. In a world where change is constant, having a solid strategy is like having a reliable GPS. It helps organizations navigate challenges and seize opportunities. In conclusion, strategic management and planning are about more than just setting goals. They're about creating a roadmap for success. They help organizations align their resources, adapt to changes, and improve performance. A well-crafted strategic plan provides a clear direction, enabling organizations to stay focused and competitive in the ever-evolving business landscape. So, whether you're embarking on a road trip or steering an organization, remember that strategic management and planning are your best friends on the journey to success.